start, I'm like, he about to say something about the grits.
I was gonna say grits. Are you kidding me? I mean, I love grits, but no, not in the world. I don't know that I'm involving any Christians in this whole situation.
Tastemakers.
Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, alright. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living.
This is great.
All right, so in honor of the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I've got to ask the Tastemakers Pod, and feel free to get involved, chat. But what are your top 3 hip hop albums of all time? And I'm going to start with Charles.
Nah. I thought you gonna start. I'm like, he about to say something about the grits.
I was gonna say grits. Are you kidding me? I mean, I love grits, but no, not in the world. I don't know that I'm involving any Christians in this whole situation.
I mean,
Right, that's funny. I know Good Kid, Mad City was special to me. And I think because seeing a lot of the stuff that I see out here in LA, I was doing youth ministry at the time, talking to a lot of the kids that I was talking to, and like I had to explain to somebody from the East Coast when they were hearing all the Kendrick hype, and I had known of Kendrick for a few years before that when it finally dropped, and I was like, oh, this is going to be something classic. And the reason being is because from beginning to end, it is literally like a day in the life of late teen, early 20 something in the hoods in LA. Everything he goes through, everything he illustrates, especially for those that are like trying to find a way to do right but influence wrong.
Okay.
It's like if you listen to it from the ears of this is a day in the life of somebody, and then you meet people who are like, yeah, no, that's my life. That's why that album is so big to so many people. And it kind of translates across different hoods. So I love that. AT Aliens by Outkast.
I figured somebody was going to say Outkast. Yeah.
Because it's Outkast. And yeah, that was for me when they really started separating themselves in a lot of ways from a creativity standpoint. And it was mostly Andre, but Big Boy definitely played a big part in that too. Just from the field, it was like, okay, they're different. Like they're good. Other people are good. They are different. They're on a completely different level, hear things in a different way. And a third, I don't really have a third. And mind you, all of these can change at any time.
Oh, of course. That's the ultimate disclaimer. That's how you feel today. I get it. What's your
You know what I'm saying? Maybe Lupe Fiasco's The Cool. I like the illustrations that he gave on that record and the way in which he was able to portray certain situations, create characters out of attributes. So The Cool being a character, the Die being a character. Lupe lyrically is genius levels above and beyond. And as I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm really big into lyrics. I'm a hip hop head. I'm cool with all the other stuff too. And there's a time and place for everything. But if I want something for me, I want something that's going to feed me and cause me to actually think, as opposed to just dumb down stuff. Like I said, there's a place for that. My car ain't it.
Listen, Brina, what you got?
Let's see. I think my first would be Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. Definitely huge Jay-Z fan. That's one of my favorite albums from him. Because I love the mixture of hip hop and jazz, I got to go with the Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders.
That was almost
okay.
Yep, that one. And then my third, I think I'm gonna do Kanye, College Dropout.
Amen. So you just officially took one of mine right there, but makes sense.
No.
Keynote, Miss Key,
All
Avery.
right, so these will kind of categorize how I evolved as a person. So, of course, I'm from Brooklyn, so naturally, I loved Biggie, even though he was incredibly violent. I was also incredibly violent as a teenager, so Biggie resonated with me. So, Life After Death was the first one I really liked. But then after that, I started getting into more conscious rap, and so like Water for Chocolate was my joint.
Common.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Common.
And then Black Star, just because I love Talib Kweli. So those were my joints. That's pretty much where I landed, and then I got saved and discovered like gospel hip hop. Um, I mean, to narrow them down to three is really hard.
Oh, it's very
I
hard,
had to
and
choose the
it's
three that
Mhm.
shaped me. I'm
yeah,
choosing the three that kind of shaped who I am today.
right.
So
No, I
those
rock
are
with
the.
that.
We
These
got some good
two
ones in the chat.
are really, really
Mhm.
easy for me, and then we'll hit the chat afterwards. But nobody said this, but Miseducation Lauren Hill is definitely going to be
Yeah,
there
that's
for
one.
me.
Yeah.
I'm then going to say College Dropout, Kanye West. Mm. And then the third one gets real, real hard. Um, I'm battling between Missy's debut album
I almost chose Missy.
Ooh,
and
I
super
almost
duper
chose that one
fly.
because it's so good.
whew,
Super duper fly was
which I
Mhm.
fire.
might
It was
still
fire.
just
Mhm.
do because of the fact that that's VA all day. Um, but low key, I really nah. What was that? That was no. I did enjoy that album, but no, that's not a favorite. I was about to say
We
Nostradamus.
said
I
hip
really
hop.
enjoyed
We
that
didn't
and
say
fell into
rap,
the
John
Illmatic.
8.
But
But I'll
see, and it's
say
even harder for somebody who like quote
Lauren
not.
is a rap album. It literally won best hip hop
Yes, it did.
album. It's definitely a rap album. Lauren, we're not gonna act like Lauren isn't a spitter. Yes, she did sing, but we're not gonna act like she's not
I
a
mean,
spitter.
Missy sung too, and we consider Missy's album to be a hip hop
And
album.
Missy was
Mhm.
yeah. Matter of fact, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go super duper fly with Missy's first joint as well. I put two females in my top three joint. I felt good about that.
That's
Look
really
at you,
good.
girl. Inclusion.
It's real hard for like quote not their radio.
That's not true, John H.
You know how much music we had to hear on a
Oh
regular
man.
basis? Like to then decide to narrow something down.
To
Like
Oh
three?
man.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah.
yeah. So those are our threes for today. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Wednesday, August 16th. It could easily change. I'm sure I'm missing
On
something right
Wednesday, August
now.
16th at whatever o'clock.
Right,
Right.
right. Because it could change in an hour or two, or when somebody in the chat reminds us of something that we're just utterly missing. Low key, I almost put on there like a hip hop rock joint. One of my favorite joints is Linkin Park did a remix album which with a bunch of rappers on it. It had, and this is what sparked the Jay Z Linkin Park album.
Mhm.
Jay Z heard this album and then was like, "Oh, I need them for the Jay Z Linkin Park joint." But it had Black Thought on it. It had Pharoah Marx. It had everybody on this joint, and it's a Linkin. So it's like a rock slash hip hop joint, and it is one of my favorite albums to today. But I did leave it up there. But anyway,
What's your favorite one hit wonder song?
my favorite ever one hit wonder.
Hip hop
Woo!
wise, yeah.
Hip hop wise, okay, nah, I can't do it. If it would have been R&B wise, I'd have been able to probably pull that out my hat. But hip hop
Or
wise, I can't do
probably
it.
an easier question. When I'm not gonna be cheesy and be like, when did you fall in
Well,
love with
I,
hip
I
hop?
do got a one hit wonder, but that's only because he died. Like, if Big L
Oh,
was
that's
allowed to live, I feel like
who?
we'd have got Big L.
Mm,
We'd have got a lot more out of Big L if they hadn't killed him. Like,
absolutely.
so
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Hitting the chat real quick. Judon said 8 Ball and MJG's on top of the world. Scarfaces, whoo, the untouchable. That all eyes on me. Let's
Oh,
see
you from the
here.
South South.
hmm
Yeah. John
Let's
H.
That's
said college dropout. Aquemini, of course, Thug Motivation 101. Judon said Crazy Bone, Thug Mentality 90. No, okay, that was a honorable mention. Uh, yep, RJ seconded that. The Midnight Marauders joint. Black on both sides, and it was written. And then this is John H. talking about how Lauren isn't rap, but we are not going to justify that, John H. Not whatsoever.
I say
Um,
so real quick, I'll say my favorite one hit wonder song of all times. Camp Low Lucchini.
Still.
What? Yeah.
Still. To this
This
day.
is it. What?
To
Lucchini,
this
I live on
day.
this guy. Let's get lit.
Rich.
What?
No.
Listen, oh
I'm
my
about
God.
to put
All I
that
hear
in
is the
my
track.
right now.
They could tour off that song and do it on repeat.
Oh man. Now that was a hot one-hit wonder right there. Oh, there were so many one-hit wonders back in the day though. Oh my God. But anyway.
Luke who? Uncle Luke? No, we're not mentioning him.
Who that?
Wait a second.
John H. Are you kidding me? Did you talk about Luke?
Listen, now
As in the best.
let's not be like that. Luke was it for a lot of people. Back
Luke
in the
won't hit
day.
on no hip hop.
Who ain't hip hop?
I mean,
Don't ever go to Florida saying something like that.
I'm not, but I don't plan on ever going to Florida.
That part.
Never.
I mean,
We
I
didn't
guess
consider.
he's well. So
No,
in
shouts out to Uncle Luke and what he did in
It's
Florida and
hip-hop,
what he
yeah.
did, and even
Yeah.
what he does from a standpoint. Even now, Luke is taking
Yeah.
care of a lot of folk. But I was a kid when Luke was putting out that nasty stuff, and I
You
won't
were not.
necessarily listening
you were
to it.
not. You were
I
not.
was.
We're the same age quote.
I felt like a kid. All right, my virgin
We're the
ears
same age.
couldn't
We're
put
not
up
a
with that
kid.
stuff.
Let me Google
Okay.
when Scarred came out.
Huh?
So let me Google when Scarred came out.
Please. Quote sweet. No.
Because
Some
I
days he a
guarantee
kid,
you,
some days he a
guarantee
kid,
you,
but
if
we
somebody go to
the
quote right now,
same
be like,
age quote.
Captain coming. It's a wrap.
Train coming, train. Okay.
See?
All right, anyway,
See?
so
He didn't resonate with me. He was good for if I wanted to go to somebody's party and ruin somebody's son when I was in the world, then that's what I would then that was good for
ruined
that.
somebody's son.
Bro,
Outside of that.
2002. Scarred came out in 2002.
Oh, okay. Well, the Luke. I guess when I think of Luke, I look more of a mid '90s Luke is what I'm thinking.
You thinking of Born in the USA? You thinking of 2 Live Crew?
Right. That's what I'm.
Nah,
thinking
we
about.
talking Doodoo Brown.
I really didn't.
Somebody's
no, I was thinking-
birthday. Head.
Okay, on to the next topic. Before Luke have us all the way left, let's go ahead and go
It's not
on
late enough for
to the
Tastemakers
next
After Dark,
topic.
so
It is
let's
not
keep
late enough for
going.
Tastemakers After Dark, but yeah, I feel like we are missing out on. I feel like all of us are like missing out on like probably a good 5 albums that we're just not
for
thinking
sure.
about right
Wait,
now.
it's 3.
That- I know. I'm just saying, if we
Yeah.
heard them, we'd be like, "Oh my God, what's going on? How did we miss that?" Anyway, that's what it is. I know what we ain't gonna miss, and hopefully these lawyers don't miss either.
Tastemakers. Class. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make